I go to Blackburn with that respect. We played already Reading and Wigan from the Championship, so it's not new for us, the level of the Championship, the difficulty of the Championship, plus the fact that one thing is Old Trafford, another thing is go away. So I go serious. Am I going to repeat this team? No, I'm going to change a few players, obviously, but I'm going with a good team because I respect the competition a lot, and Man United demands that you go serious to every game.
Why do you think there have been so many upsets this season, Jose and Jeff? It continues, it's on course to be the most since 2000.
You know, normally it's because attitude, because you think it's easy and it's not easy. Also, the lower leagues teams, they are getting better and better and better, and sometimes we have to give some rest to some players. Other times we need to give some players football, and sometimes these players that are not playing a lot, they are punished by that lack of minutes, and when you play them, the answer is not obviously very, very good. So it's a combination of factors. So we have to be alert because it's never easy.
You've already beaten 2 Championship teams in the FA Cup quite comfortably at home, but is it a different matter going away from home?
Exactly. It's completely different. One thing is Old Trafford, another thing is away. Teams from the Championship, obviously at home, they can play more adapted to their style of play, and will be difficult for us. But it's good to have that experience of Reading and Wigan, because the players, at least, they have a feeling of what they can have.
And will it be another case of just juggling your resources, perhaps, and rotating a little bit in the middle of this run of non-stop cup games?
You spoke correctly, a little bit. Yeah, we have to rotate a little bit. We have to give a little rest to some players, but keeping a structure, keeping a certain structure in the team is fundamental, because the opponents are good. The opponents, they play with their best players. They are coming really to do something amazing by beating a Premier League team like we are. So we need to go seriously, and I think the beginning of this game, especially the first 20-25 minutes, I think is good for me to have that in my hands and to work with the players before the match at Blackburn.
And an away game at 7,000 away, or more than 7,000 away fans, can that make a bit of a difference on Sunday?
Yeah, with them coming, I will end learning the music. I am almost there, but not yet there.
Learning the words.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Spell, you would have played Saint Etienne, you've got them again a few days later. Do you mind this sort of fixture congestion, or?
I think that's what every player wants to do. We want to play as many games as possible. We prefer to play than train, everyone. We have a very good squad, 22, 23 players. Everyone can play, and team will not feel it because everyone is ready to do it. And when we have a lot of games and we still have more games, that means everyone is doing his job, because when the manager had to change the team, everyone played very good. So it's fantastic for a squad.
Blackburn, I suppose, really can relax. They won't be the favourites. Manchester United are always the favourites. Is it sometimes difficult playing against a team?
Of course, it's more difficult. They don't have nothing to lose. They will play a massive game for them. They will go with everything. The atmosphere will be amazing with them and with us as well, because we will bring a lot of fans away for sure. But of course, sometimes those games are even tougher than Premier League games, because they are playing the game of their lives.
You seem to have the real win, you know, in the league, and hardly having anything apart from victories. I mean, that must kind of build on itself, you know, game after game
Yeah,
after
but
game.
I think it's very good. Football, when you are winning, it's not so easy to play every 3-4 days, because you have every 3-4 days and you don't have time to enjoy the victories. But when you lose, it's very good because you have the chance to get back or to fix what the defeat in 3-4 days. I really like to play every week 2-3 times. I told you before, we have a fantastic squad, and I think that if the manager decides to change or to rotate the team, I'm sure the team will not feel it.
And finally, you've been here a few years now, you know all about the FA Cup, but still some big teams leave players out, they're just worried about the league. But is it still to you a massive competition, you know, something that you love?
It's a massive competition, but when some teams rotate players, that doesn't mean they don't give importance to FA Cup. It's the oldest competition in England. Is the I think the most amazing cup in the world because of the organization. For me, the organization in England is fantastic. The top 4 are playing semi-final in Wembley, one game, and the final then is fantastic for the fans. And every club wants to win FA Cup. Teams who are not in the top 6 even more, because they can get in Europa League. So fantastic competition to play. We want to keep playing. We want to win away against Blackburn, because we have a very good memories from last season, and I'm very optimistic because we have a very good squad.
Team, are they particularly tricky? Because again, different stadium, they've got no pressure. All the pressure's on United.
Seguro. Son rivales muy difíciles, y más cuando jugamos en sus canchas. Por ahí, si nos toca de local, sería diferente, pero ir a su cancha y jugar en su estadio con su fan, que van a empujar y también van a sentir la presión, va a ser nuestra otra vez de nuevo, porque somos el equipo grande, tenemos que salir a ganar y todos esperan que nosotros pasemos, ¿no? Ellos van a salir relajados y a tratar de clasificar.
United will have a massive away support, a massive away following. I think you've been in the away end this season. How much of a part of it, the experience is that?
No, sin duda que cada partido de Copa es mucho más hincha. Como te digo, la gente lo vive mucho, la FA Cup se vive diferente, los hinchas empujan mucho más, y a mí me ha tocado estar en el campo de Liverpool, me ha tocado estar en Stoke y siento cómo lo viven los hinchas del United, y es algo muy lindo, la pasión que le ponen a cada canción que cantan, cómo gritan a los jugadores. Y eso me toca estar del lado del campo de juego y sentirlo, y lo viví de ese lado también, y es una experiencia muy linda. No, por ejemplo, cuando el equipo tiene que salir a ganar en los últimos minutos y por ahí nos falta un gol o algo, y es lindo sentir, se siente, y yo siento que el rival también lo siente, ¿no? Que cuando los hinchas empiezan a empujar, como que ellos se achican un poco, y ahí cuando nosotros vamos encima de ellos, en el campo se nota eso.
Finally, it's very early still, but we've never retained the FA Cup. In the history of the club, even though we've got a great history of the FA Cup, we've never retained it. Is that an extra motivation?
Y ahora seguro, no sabía, la verdad que no lo sabía. Y ahora que me lo dicen es una motivación extra, ¿no? Que nunca se haya logrado en la historia. Seguir compitiendo y poder llegar a la final sería un sueño, y volver a ganarla y retener sería por primera vez en la historia, es algo que motiva.
Work hard. Because when you work hard, everything comes back to you. For whatever you want to be, work hard. Because it shouldn't be easy. Because we don't like it the easy way. We like it the hard way. Practice, practice, and practice. Because without practice, you cannot become what you want, in whatever you want. So make sure you practice, just like I do. Practice. Don't be too serious. Because if you're always serious, people may think something different about you. So make sure you joke, smile, have fun, give people energy. So don't be too serious. Look after your family. Whatever happens, the family will always be there. So make sure you take care of your family from day one until the end, because they're the important ones. So whatever else somebody says, is not important. But what your family says is very important. So make sure you take care of it. Be confident. In whatever you do, you need to believe in yourself. And you need to have confidence for what you're doing, or else it will be very difficult. So be confident.